Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and assembled gentry, and welcome to Quests and Chaos. I'm your Dungeon Master for the evening, Tiana Wren Hansen. My pronouns are she, her, fey, fair. Tonight, we are continuing our adventure in Phandelver and below, but first, some quick announcements. Apparently, I'm hanging out down in my lower register today. Phandelver and Below is sponsored by the Deck of Inspiration, as per always, and we have some new merch in the merch store. Hashtag blessed shirts and dice trays are currently available at shop.questandchaos.com. Thank you, James. We are hashtag blessed, and you can join us in that state of bliss if you so desire.
State of bless?
Hey. Speaking of the Deck of Inspiration, before we get rolling, we have some inspiration that has come in. A card to the GM from Cody Attack, who is a new patron.
Cody!
Welcome.
Hi, Cody.
We've been chatting a bit about running Phandelver and below, and I'm very excited to hear more stories about your run-through, friend.
Exciting.
So, the one for me... Cool.
Oh, what?
Secrets?
I got Bull's Strength, which is effectively advantage on strength checks. And also, you know what I forgot?
Bits. Bits. Oh.
Every time.
What are they called now? Super chat.
Or inspiration, or coins, or in this case, it is 4 ducal ducats to the players from Duke Fleeg.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ooh,
I'm
chompy
tossing
bits.
the big ones because they're ducats. They need to be, appropriate size and weight for such a name. Well done.
yes.
Well done, James.
Just remind me of
All right, well, as our players attempt to locate their ducal ducats, we're going to go ahead and dive into Phandelver and below. Last time on Phandelver and below, working meticulously and using Keaton's design, the party made their way through the basement of the manor. They checked in on the drunken dice game, only to find 3 people dead or dying, with the last one claiming the ill-gotten winnings. With some good bluffs, the party was able to obtain red cloaks to help the other 3 blend in, and they continued their exploration. They found a room of bugbears who were tormenting a small goblin named Droop, and brought him along with them. With Droop's directions, they were able to find their way to where the hostages were being held, and managed to bluff their way into getting the guards away from the prisoners. But the jig was up rather abruptly, as Keaton was both kinder than the real Glassstaff, and didn't know things the wizard would actually know. Combat ensued, and the party were able to put down the red brands and rescue the prisoners. Also, while avoiding the skeletons that were in the next room. There was a lot going on all at once. Genji went to lead Myrna and her children out of the cave, but they ran afoul of the Nothic Sarnak, who objected to Myrna collecting her husband's necklace from his bones. To everyone's shock, Genji single-handedly took on Sarnak and won, splatting the Nothic against the back wall. After some conversation and soul-searching, the party decided to take Glassstaff back with them back to the town, and come back later to clean up the rest of the hideout. And that is where we're going to pick up for him for the evening. So if I remember correctly, because it has been a minute, you currently have Glassstaff tossed over your shoulder, Keaton. I believe that Jonathan is carrying the magic sword.
Yes.
Who has Glassstaff's glass staff?
I thought I gave it to someone.
You gave it to the
believe
family.
The kid.
Yes.
The kid's taking it back,
right.
I think.
Yeah.
Nars and Nilsa and their mom.
Myrna.
There we go.
That was the only one that I could remember.
I don't remember having it. So
It's been a while, and it's been a very busy couple of weeks for me, at least. So the four of you, with your unconscious prisoner over your shoulder, make your way. I believe you are headed to the Alderley farm to go and find Myrna and her family. Have you had enough conversation at this point, or do you want to talk some more before you get down into the town itself?
Yeah, I kind of want to. I'm worried about the kids, so I'm kind of
double timing
Yeah,
them?
make sure that they're good because we still got red cloaks all around the area too. So.
Yeah, I think there were those 4 bugbears we had to deal with.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You still wearing the red cloaks?
I think we are.
We are, yeah.
We haven't. Yeah. So we just look like.
Oh, God.
You just look like red brands coming down to the town.
Da.
But you are taking more of the circuitous route back around to the Alderley farm. I'm not going to make you make any checks. You remember the route the carp took you to get here once you get out into the blinding sunlight. Because after being underground with all of the darkness for so long, it's rather bright. So you travel in perhaps a little bit of awkward silence to the Alderley farm, where Myrna and her children are waiting for you. Carp is actually sitting outside, perched up on top of the roof of the farm, and when he sees you coming, he squints and looks and is like, Mama, they're here! And a moment later, Quellen? I don't believe that was her name.
I wrote it down.
Memory is
I have a Marina, I have a Nilsa, I have a Nars, and I have a Quillen.
Quillen, yes.
Yes.
Quillen Alderley. A moment later, she comes out and takes in the situation. Well, do you want somewhere to put that?
Do you have a cellar?
Yeah, I got the root cellar.
Done.
All right, right around this way. And she'll lead you over to the door into the storm cellar and haul the massive door open.
I will grab a glass staff, and I want to kind of. What do we see? Like, what's an area that we can?
So it's
cellar.
a pretty typical root cellar with stairs leading down into the area, and if you go down in there, there's preserves that are up on the shelves. Some bags of potatoes along the edge. It's a very it's a little bit sparse because it's spring.
And judging from what we just encountered in battle and what we've seen, would I have any kind of schema or knowledge from before of how powerful Glassstaff really is? And if
He never really got a chance to get much off, so it's hard to gauge. But he is gagged and his hands are bound. So in theory, you being a wizard yourself, you know that that's a pretty quick way to immobilize and
speech, touch, and
contain a wizard.
Okay. I'll find the most darkest corner and then just want to shove him up in that corner.
Okay, just curl him up in a ball and shove him over there.
Yeah, a little bit.
He's unconscious.
Yeah.
Currently.
Okay.
Probably not for much longer, though, because if he's unconscious much longer, we're going to worry about brain damage.
Okay, understood.
So Quellen is hovering it up at the entrance to the root cellar, watching.
Is there any other exit or entrance from the root cellar?
Oh no, that's
I don't know. Some people like to build extra little exits. I don't know.
who wants to do all that extra digging?
Not me, I'll tell you.
Come in.
Is there a crate around here?
Or a lock for the door?
How big a crate you need and what kind of lock?
It's just something to put on top of the door just so that it doesn't, it's done.
I can do one better. And she'll actually, once Keaton is out of there, close the cellar and then pull the bar over across it.
Perfect. Excellent. Very good.
Right. Well, my cellar is not exactly a prison, so that's not much of a holdover. But I do know that, there's a couple prison cells in the mayoral office.
I'm sorry. You have a prison, but you don't have a sheriff?
I know.
What kind of fucking nonsense town is
Generally,
this?
it's the kind of place that you put someone who's had too much to drink and just needs to sleep it off. But I guess things are getting more serious.
All right.
Wait, as in it wasn't serious before?
This is a frontier town, kid. It's always a bit serious, but there's a seriousness that you expect from being out on the edge of nowhere. And then there's, well, the red brands and I guess those goblins that Carp saw.
I really haven't been in the forest for too long.
I guess it's a matter of perspective, isn't it?
Miss, I don't mean to,
You can call me Quellen.
Quellen.
Sorry.
Quellen. I'm gonna look to bloodied Jonathan. I'm gonna look to, depressed Genji, Nox, ruffled, and,
The hose is over there.
thank you. Yeah, I do think we might. I know this is not a prison, and of course we'll be removing glass stuff as quickly as possible. But I do think it would be nice to just perhaps rest for a moment.
Of course. Y'all get yourselves hosed off. I'll put the kettle on. Mm-hmm. Well, put the kettle on again. Myrna and the kids have been drinking tea like it's going out of style.
Yeah, I'll actually kind of grab Jonathan, not grab, but just kind of like lead you to yeet. Because I saw what Jonathan went through in the. So yeah, we'll go.
I'll help you with the kettle. No problem.
And then
Come on, in, Max.
and then we're gonna have a homoerotic hose fest.
Meanwhile, Genji's
For him,
just
it's
standing
like
there,
yeah,
just like
pouting.
depressed.
You're like, come join us. The water's great.
I'll need some oil.
Yeah. Nox comes out and just
Scalding hot
Yeah.
water.
Am I hearing playing with the boys?
yeah.
Oh.
No, but we'll just good old fashioned hose down.
Not expect to be doing this in twice in one day. Did not think that word through.
Cleaner than you've ever been.
Yeah.
I almost got the spit take.
But I do. I mean, if before Quelling goes, is there like a barn, or is there somewhere that I could just literally just close my eyes for about an hour?
I mean, you can hang in the barn if you want. You can also come inside.
Okay.
And sit by the fireplace and cool your heels. It'll
All
be a
right.
little bit noisy, but you seem like the type to deal with youngins. At least all right.
Kind of look to Genji and then look back. 27-year-old or whatever, 29-year-old.
Yeah, look up into my eyes.
I'm just-
short man.
Feel great.
Forgot.
5'11", 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
Taller than me.
Yeah.
It's taller than me.
But I do want to take I want to rest. I don't know.
So yeah, after y'all get hosed off, Carp is nearby with towels and just hands them to you, and you can come inside. It's a little bit crowded because it is. So the downstairs is basically one large open room that is dining room, kitchen, sitting area, all rolled into one. But with the four of you, and then Myrna and her two children, and then Quellen and Carp, it's a little bit cramped, but in a cozy sort of way. And as soon as you come in, mugs of tea are pressed into your hands. And while we're here, Griff sends us 1 coin. They say, it's my RPG night tonight, so I don't get to watch, but I'll catch up tomorrow at work. 1 inspo to the players for when they need it.
Oh,
Thank you.
yay.
Thanks, Griff.
Thank you, Griff. And Quellen just kind of looks around everyone. Yeah, take a load off. Y'all look all in.
We appreciate it, ma'am.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, thank you.
You all right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my tea down, and I'm gonna look at Nars and Carp.
Do y'all have a ball?
Of course we have a ball. What kind of ball? You want
Like a kicking ball.
like a kick him? Yeah,
Yeah.
out this way.
Okay, I'm gonna follow them out, and I'm gonna take them outside and just play a little bit of soccer.
Aww,
Around with them.
cute.
Get them out of this adult seriousness.
Oh, vibe.
I love it.
I'm gonna look over at Keaton. Just, excuse me. Can we have a quick word? Very brief.
As Keaton was like about to tell himself, like, huh?
This old man just sitting there with his tea.
Yes.
I'm not sleeping.
Yeah.
I was just resting my eyes.
Yeah. What's up?
This way.
Oh, we're getting up. Okay. We'll get up out of my chair, my cozy chair.
I'll let you get back to it. I swear this is not going to take long.
Well, yeah. Follow him where we're heading.
Just
Go around the building from where the kids and kids are playing soccer.
Yes. What's wrong? What's up?
I was raised to admit when I made a mistake. And I want to say that I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I chewed you out about losing our heads, and then I did the same thing. I know it's cold comforts, but I'm trying. I will try better, and I know we all need to be working together on this. So, if you'll accept it, I'm sorry.
Of course. And I do accept your apology, but every soldier loses it in battle. You see what's going on around you. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. I mean, I understand that.
Yeah.
And I truly feel that you don't have anything to apologize for.
I know I don't spend a lot of time with people. I'm sure that is painfully obvious. So I do ask for your help if it looks like I'm going to slip like that again.
Well, you could take it from an old codger like me, but people can be overrated. I sometimes prefer the solace and the solitude over environments where there are a lot of people. So I do know where you're coming from. But I'll check you if you'll check me in the future.
Deal. Speaking of which, we should probably check on Genji.
Yes, we should.
I'm a little worried that he, speaking from experience, that mindset really gets to you, especially the first time.
Yeah, let's go check on him.
Okay.
As Keaton watches his dreams of a nap flitting away.
Right. It's like, oh, all right. Well. Hey, buddy! Hey!
You'll probably see Genji. I'm assuming there's like a little
Poking the fire with a stick.
a little porch with like some uprights, like with a little overhang.
Oh, you're outside?
Yeah. Just like watching the kids and Nox play with the ball, kind of like those Hallmark films. Just leaning against one of the poles.
Oh, I love that.
Holding the cup and just being.
We're just shouting and screaming, "No, you can't do that! No, move over there!"
They're cute.
What are you doing? What game are you playing?
I don't know what game are you playing!
This one!
I walk over to Genji. So, who's winning?
To be quite honest, I don't understand the game they're playing at all. I'm going to say Carp has scored twice for his game, and then Nars has scored 3 times in Nox's game, and then Nox hasn't scored any points at all. Yes. Across all 3 games.
That's the vibe I'm getting.
It's very confusing.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can seem confusing. Speaking of which, how are you holding up?
Not well, I think. Saw some terrible things done by a human and also committed something quite similarly. Just watched it spray across the rocks. Almost as if it were like ocean foam.
The first time can be really eye-opening, for a lack of better terms. It can be worse is when that first time comes, it's what motivates you. And, it can be hard, knowing what the motivation is and whether or not you let it consume you. I know as frightening as that was, from what I saw, you, at least when you were trying to protect them, it wasn't out of a bad place. You tried your best to help someone. Not for your sake, but for theirs. And unfortunately, for better or worse, sometimes there can be some carnage that comes from it.
Yeah.
The other thing, I don't think you are giving yourself enough credit for. The fact that you saw what he did. And you stopped yourself. I can tell that was the first time you dealt with it. That is always going to be the hardest time. And you fought like hell to say no to it. You're a lot stronger than you realize, and you're a lot stronger than a lot of us. So I know as harsh and as overwhelming as this all is, you need to take stock in the fact that you did good. So I want you to remember that, okay?
Thanks.
No worries. I know how rough it gets. Just gotta give him a pat on the shoulder.
Gotta reach out for that, don't you?
Yeah, I gotta reach for a lot of things.
That's what she said. I was kidding. No.
I need to choose my words a lot more.
Mackenzie, get your ass out here!
Cute.
Okay, I still don't quite understand the
Ball
game.
comes flying toward you as Cart kicks it at you.
Tries to catch it.
Make me a dexterity throw to see if you dump the tea while trying to catch it.
Yes.
Dexterity saving throw?
Yep.
That's a 9.
Cool. The tea goes flying in one direction, but you do actually catch the ball.
No. On the ground. Put it
Oh.
on the ground.
But I saw Nars using his hand, so Nars, do I get 2 points in your game? But -1 in yours?
That's not how the game is played. You can't use your hands, you gotta use your feet only.
But you can use your hands if you're defending.
Nars is the goalie.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, so put it on the
okay.
ground and kick it at Nars.
Okay, drops it and kicks it in a
Yeah.
very princely way. That's just like
Okay, well.
like. Tung, 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 tung.
You can kick it harder than that.
Oh, okay. Steps down the 3 steps and it's in the dirt and kicks it a little harder.
And then a kickers.
Yes. Looking good.
Thank you. Yeah.
Now it's mine.
Oh, okay.
And off they go.
Okay. Carp, did I score a point in your game?
Nuh-uh.
No? Okay. I still don't get it.
Come run with me. Come on.
Oh, okay. Runs, has his simple robes right now, but also the red brand thing, and just tries to keep up.
Is this supposed to be like villagers versus pillagers or something? The way that y'all are wearing the cloaks?
Oh, God.
Oh.
That's funny.
The red brand cloaks.
So they're like wearing it's like villagers versus pillagers. It's funny. Opposite robbery.
Gonna-
Villagers and pillagers.
Unbutton that and take it off and
Eat it a quarter.
yeah.
So where did you two go back inside?
So I actually did. Keaton stayed back because they were having a moment. So Keaton, while he was kneeling, leaning against it, sipping and looking off, Keaton was actually doing the exact same thing, but like in the door frame while they were talking. So just that's all. Yeah. So but I just watching, smiling.
Room for one more?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay, this can, doesn't seem hard, so I just kick it in there?
Yeah.
You trying to get it past me?
Oh no. I'm like fearful that I'm gonna kick it too
Like
hard.
between those two trees. If it's outside those two trees, then you're out. For like 2 seconds, and then you can get back in.
Okay,
How do you kick it?
Let's see, shall we?
Let's find out. Here's the real question. Are you going for strength or dexterity?
Dexterity.
All right, give me a dexterity check.
Okay. Check or save? No,
Check.
check. That'd be a 13.
Okay, you're able to pretty skillfully move it around, and let me just... Oh yeah, no, you get it right past Niles, and it goes soaring back behind him.
Very nice. Nars, we gotta work on that. I'm joking.
Okay.
Don't worry, you'll get it next time.
I think I got it.
Yeah?
I will now attempt to kick the ball.
All right. Make me a dex check.
If they are thoroughly distracted, I'm gonna sneak away.
Oh, I love that.
So as Nox is getting ready to quietly sneak away,
Covers my
Genji, you go to kick the ball,
All right, here we go.
and you make contact, and you hit Nox square in the back of the head.
How much damage do I take?
Roll a d4.
Oh no.
Look, you hadn't asked.
One.
It's fine.
I'm down.
Great, but
We haven't napped yet.
Enough to give you a headache without actually, like, damage.
Did I dent your hat?
Just picking up the hat off the ground, putting it back on my head.
Oh.
I don't think I got it.
You certainly didn't get the ball, that's for goddamn sure.
Well,
Ow.
I did get it, and
You got my head. My
yes.
head's not a damn ball. Just gonna like walk away.
Where are you going, Nox?
Ow. I'm going back to the house.
Okay.
I'm just walking. I'm gonna sit on the steps and just sit there like, and just take my short rest.
maybe I'll be better protecting against the ball.
Yeah, you and Nars should switch.
Want to try this?
Sure, I'll try and catch the ball.
Okay. And he'll take off these big gloves that he has on and hand them to you.
Whoa. Okay.
Put them on.
Okay.
You saw how much Nox was like, ow, 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 when you got him in the head? Your hands will do the same thing if you try to catch it without protection.
They look like gauntlets.
Yeah. Where did you get these gloves from?
Made him.
Oh, wow. Crafty.
Thank you.
Nice.
You make a fantastic blacksmith. A leather worker.
Yeah, maybe someday. All right, and he tears out and like scoops up the ball with his toe and pulls it around.
Oh no.
But yeah, long rests for those who are taking them. Or short rest, excuse me.
I was
Not yet, you wish. Short rest for those who are taking them.
I will take one after that game.
After y'all get beaten senseless by the kids. But go ahead and take your short rest.
Sure, we'll do.
Oh, yeah, right.
We'll do a dice. Why not?
I'm going to use a second die.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
We're feeling good.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Sullen and Myrna are sitting inside over the kitchen table chatting.
Can I eavesdrop on what they're
my
talking
God.
about?
I'm going to use the third die.
I used all 3 of mine.
Oh my.
It's not good.
Full.
It's not horrible, but it's not
ABC.
good.
I rolled a 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Sure, go ahead and give me a stealth check
Oh.
and then a perception check.
Nat 20.
All right, you are the wind.
And then, then a 3.
Well, you can't roll below your passive.
Oh, okay, 11.
All right, so you get closer, and you noted earlier where the squeaky boards were when you came across the porch. So you're able to like get into the doorway and just kind of lean and listen, looking super casual, like you're not actually listening to what's going on. From what you're overhearing, Myrna is filling Quellen in on everything that happened. You get the impression that she had started to before you guys arrived, and then got interrupted by the shout from the roof. And is now finishing the story.
Okay.
And she's just gotten to the part where she's showing the necklace to Quellen about how that brave young boy just splatted this thing all over the wall. It was horrifying, frankly, but also very kind. And that's basically the gist of the conversation that's going on.
Could I take this same sneak? I don't know if this would work, but I want to head back down to the cellar.
Oh, sure. No one's really paying much attention to you. With that sneak, you're now kind of out of line of sight.
Okay. If I'm walking out the porch, like if that's the only way to get to because I think there was only one way to get there. If I do see Nox out front, sitting, nursing their head, we'll kind of squeeze their shoulder really quick and then kind of motion.
I'll follow.
Yeah.
All right. So the two of you make your way over to the root cellar, and it seems calm.
We're heading, or I'm heading down.
Do you want me down there?
Yeah, but on the way there, I kind of want to start. I'm going to pull out from my pouch very specific flowers and leaves. Again, if you'll let me, I kind of want to stealth just like a little cup from where I was in the kitchen with the.
I mean, you still have your cup if you finish your tea.
Done. So I'll grab that, and then I'm just going to start doing little pester stuff, mortar and pestle kind of thing. Pester. I want to pester her or pester them, and then good. But yeah, I'm making a little sharp moonlight, which is a tea from a cactus flower that blooms only in a full moon, and it produces hallucinogenic dreams and can alter the state of mind of people that drink the tea. Okay. And guess who's going to get some tea?
Genji, why?
Yeah, exactly. He's already hallucinating with his
you?
one kick. But yeah, we're going to go wake up our buddy.
He's awake at this point because it's been an hour.
Okay.
So,
good point.
He's laying there staring at the wall, kind of rolling his head back and forth. You get the impression he's more or less entertaining himself and thinking about everything that happened.
Okay. Thirsty?
He kind of cranes his neck back around because you have him facing the wall, right?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Kind of looks up at you and then looks at the cup and just shakes his head.
It's safe, and then I want to drink a little bit of it.
Are you actually drinking a little bit of it?
I feel like, as with most teas that Keaton has made on his own, he's kind of not grown an immunity, but like knows his levels of where he can get a nice little buzz as opposed to a full-on hallucinogenic dream.
Go ahead and make me a constitution check.
I love that. Uh-oh. Can you take over?
You rolled a natural 1?
No, it's a 4.
Oh, okay.
But I don't have anything.
Oh, thank God. I thought that was a 1.
No.
You get a little bit more of the tea than you intended to, and yeah, the world kind of dips and whirls. And honestly, after everything that you've just seen, maybe it's kind of nice to step away from with the mind altering for a second.
Wait, I am though gonna take that sip and then kind of like gesture it to
Yeah. He's just gonna look at you, look at the tea, and then just like shake his head again.
All right. Well, what are we doing down here?
Nox is not laughing. Nox is
Yeah.
stone-faced. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Glassstaff is just looking between the two of you. His expression very much suggesting that he's watching a production of the Three Stooges.
Oh, no.
If we had Emma, then it would be the
Oh my gosh, it totally would. and yeah.
You wouldn't run
Chonks would be like,
It's like, what?
boom.
Why is there only 2 of the Stooges? You know what happened to Shemp and Curly, right? Oh.
And he just kind of looks between the two of you and then shrugs a little bit like...
I don't know. I honestly don't know. But we're down here now, so... What the fuck's up with you? Why are you so stupid and frankly mean?
Keep in mind, he's still gagged, so like
Yeah, fully aware. I'm just gonna insult this motherfucker.
you hear the weirdest little chuff of laughter through the gag. Like, really, that's the best you got?
Hey, I'm not good at intimidating people. I mean, I am, but I don't know. What did you want to ask him?
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna pick up the cup and kind of herd Keaton out of the room.
It's because you're walking off, shoot.
Back
I'm so
up.
stupid. I want to kill you.
And back up the I guess it's a ladder.
I mean, it's more like those wooden stairs that you get going down into a root cellar.
Shut it, bolt it, sit him down on the ground. What?
I don't. I'm sorry. I usually am very good about what I drink.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just feeling a little
Sure.
a little out of sorts.
Is this the cactus one?
It's the cactus one.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, and also in fairness, you usually don't have quite as much blood loss when you usually drink.
Valid. I went down there.
What did you want to ask him? What did
Where
you
is
feel
the
like he was gonna say?
dwarf?
Where's the dwarf? You already asked him
I
that.
did. No, I don't. No, that's not what I was gonna ask.
How the fuck did we get here?
I don't know.
We got
Where are we
two
supposed to go?
traumatized. We got traumatized Star Boy, and we got traumatized Blood Boy.
Drama runs deep in this. Yeah. Grouping.
I mean, shit.
What's your trauma?
My mom died in front of me.
Did she really?
Yeah, it's probably my fault too. And and Nox realizes that they've been sipping the tea.
Jesus.
Don't die.
11.
Okay, so you get less of a hard hit than Keaton did. But it is enough to be like, oh no, this is basically a truth serum in some ways.
It's too strong.
Too strong. Too strong.
Are you making fun of me?
Oh, I'm just talking like I always talk. I'm
my
just
God.
talking like I always talk.
Oh,
My mom was never there for me either.
are you talking with
No, I'm not. This is Matt laughing. No, sorry. No, Keaton is gonna say my mom was never. I didn't know my mom either. I couldn't find my mom. I don't know where she is.
Did she tell you? This is just like a box.
All right, folks, breathe.
I'm so sorry. That hit me right in the giggle dick.
Are we? Tell me, how close are we to any window of this conversation?
You're around the other side of the house, so unless you chase the ball real far.
All right, I think we need to get some air.
We're outside.
No, we're not, darling.
We're not?
We are certainly inside.
Where are we?
I thought you were outside.
We're outside.
Okay, so typically a root cellar is built in the pantry, which is like a stone.
Oh no, I'm thinking like the old kind of storm cellar where the only way in and out
We sort of Oz. That's what I'm
Okay,
thinking.
so we're
yeah.
sitting outside. Okay,
We're out.
You're out.
Oh, are we inside? All right. We do need some air.
Wow. So what were you going? Do you not remember? What did you want?
Do I remember? I'm with a 4. I don't know if I remember what I was.
It was 1 sip, so make me an intelligence check
Okay.
at disadvantage.
Okay. Nat 1.
Nope, no idea.
Remember.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right, that's all right. We're just gonna sit here.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
You know when you say a word so much that it sounds weird? Yeah.
Genji.
Daryl.
Daryl.
You know, I had a cousin named Daryl once.
Daryl. Oh, man.
And it goes on like that. For a while.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have to roleplay this. This will literally
This
be
is
an hour.
super fun, but
No,
it'll
let's move on. We gotta move on.
Be here the rest of the day with just those.
This is really fun, but let's move on.
Yes, indeed. So, you two, how's your endurance holding up, Genji? You're not much of a runner, are you?
No. I paint for hours. I don't run for hours.
I love this.
So, how long do you make it before you beg off and go sit on the stairs?
15 minutes.
Nice.
Sounds about right.
Yep. yeah, just tap it out. Throw some gloves over.
You feel someone's presence at your shoulder and look up to see Myrna handing you a glass of water or a cup
thank
of
you.
water.
Oh, geez, I dropped the tea and I'm not hydrated.
Yeah, keeping up with the kids kind of need to be hydrated. How you doing?
Not bad. I haven't played with young people since I left home, so it's I forgot how much energy they have.
Far too much. I'm very grateful that y'all are running some of the energy out of them.
Experience-wise, it does not run out until after dinner.
Depends. Sometimes Carp runs himself so hard he'll just fall over wherever he is.
Okay, Jonathan, 3 more back and forth. We'll see how that works out.
Sounds good.
How you doing, Jonathan?
Doing relatively okay, because
I mean, you're doing a lot of physical activity without your armor and stuff.
Yeah, because being a hunter by trade, there's a lot of traversal that I think he's used to, like more so hiking, but he is known to when he needs to kind of move quickly to catch something. He's he's done some endurance training.
All right. And as you're looking over at Genji and Myrna, the ball goes flying past you, and you reach out, but maybe not with your hand.
Yeah, as I try to reach out for it, my hand misses the ball, but something else catches it. A more ethereal hand. And I see this. I just, what the?
Everyone else just stops and looks.
And I'm just stunned to the point where I just fall face first to the ground.
How'd you do that?
I don't know.
And you can see, now that you're focused on it, reaching out, you can see it. No one else really can. Well, that's not true. As you focus on it, a hand extends out past yours.
That's new! That's very new! Excuse me. and I.
And Myrna just moved out of the way, lets you run past.
Sorry.
You're fine.
I just find, like, whatever room I can just seal myself off in private.
The pantry.
Okay.
And you conjure up a mage hand.
And I just grab a jar or whatever is nearest to me, just...
And without you physically touching it, you pick it up and you move it.
His origin story. Spider-Man vibes.
This... Oh, this is good. I don't know if this is good or not.
What?
Jonathan, you okay? You're making some weird noises in there.
Sorry! Yeah, just, how do I word this? I cannot word this in any way that sounds right.
I mean, it's completely natural if that's what you're talking about. It's okay.
Look, no, it's not that. I'm just trying things in my head. Fuck.
Trying things with your hand.
Not that. I'm grabbing.
You're grabbing.
I just open the door with the hand, and I just.
And you watch as an ethereal hand that seems to be being controlled by Jonathan moves around.
Oh.
What is this? What is this?
I mean, like I said, completely natural. I'm assuming magic.
This is not natural! What of an ethereal hand is natural?
Grabs a stone, paints a little tiny face on it, casts magic stone, and you just see the thing going. And magic.
You've done this before. This is new. I've mostly not done things like this. I don't even know what else I can do. This.
I mean, it's magic, and then pulls out his pulls out his little sketchbook and proceeds to draw a little, we'll say a little toad. A toad that just slowly peels off the page and then hops on your shoulder, and it's a little golden toad, and you heal for 4.
Why did I use my third short rest? No!
It's magic. You heal for another 2.
Oh, it's this one.
It's no. I mean, I look. I know. I have done, things, but this is the first time. Why now? What else can I do?
I mean, this is the first time I'm doing this. Another one.
The first time's always special, isn't it, Jonathan?
I just try to make the very slightest eye movements to look around to make sure that wasn't someone else.
Nope. But it's a voice you know.
I mean, is this the first time casting magic ever? I mean, like the blood sword fire thing is
that's also
pretty magical.
That's why I said that. I'm used to this. You know what? If you'll excuse me, I need I need to private room.
Okay, heal for another one.
How many is that? 4,
Here's
5,
your
7 total.
Can I grab the frog?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Here's your friend. I need good day to you, sir. And I scurry off.
Where do you want to go?
The furthest private room I can find.
Cellar. It's a small
There's not a lot of rooms. Like it's the pantry off of the kitchen, and then it's the loft bedrooms.
There's a barn, right?
Yes.
I hurry to the barn.
And as you go out, you pass Knox and and Keaton, who are.
Did we hear any screaming?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I'm just. How visibly high are they?
Make me an insight check.
Okay.
Knox is like sitting there with their hat down, their arm up on
11.
their leg, just
Yeehaw.
yeehawing.
Yeah.
I mean, if it were any other circumstance, you might not be able to tell. You've been hanging out with these two enough to know that you may not know that they're high, but you do know that they are maybe slightly altered.
Mm-hmm. What's going on, Jonathan?
There's something dark afoot on this place. And I just
Dark afoot on this place.
I wouldn't take that too seriously if I were you. I think I feel like in this situation I am the babysitter. That's on like I'm babysitting a shroom trip and I've smoked a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're a little less affected by it because you've got an 11 on your con check.
And I look at them, I reassess. Never mind, it's just me. And I scurry off.
Wait, Jonathan, I think my frog likes you.
No! Thank you, but no!
Oh.
It's a fat frog. It's just really squishy looking. And it's golden and a little shiny.
Golden?
Yeah.
Oh. Is that from the streets?
That's a good one.
It's gold.
I'm gonna call it from the streets.
That's the name of the frog.
Yeah, this is from the streets.
Can I pet it?
Yeah.
FTS. Good old FTS.
What
What's
does it
going
feel
on
like?
with Jonathan? Oh, yeah.
No. What does it feel like?
It's kind of. It feels as if you're touching like just that barest feeling of touching the very top film of liquid.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a water balloon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like on the top of it. Mm-hmm. And it never actually feels like it's getting wet, but just like that little sensation of the water. It's like, yeah, this is. And then at that moment, FTS just kind of into ink. Oh.
Whoa.
All right, then. Take out a handkerchief. Out my hands.
Oh yeah.
You were saying.
Oh yeah, Jonathan, he was kind of having a freak out in the closet. He was talking about his hands and moving and then making a lot of wild gestures up and down. Yeah, a little pepper shaker motion.
Should we check on him?
I think he's fine.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I told him it's completely natural. It's magic, it seems.
Oh.
Some latent awakening.
Does that happen normally?
I mean, I didn't start doing my magic for quite some years, so maybe he's also a late bloomer as well.
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, when did you start doing magic,
Oh, we're
Mr.
getting
Keaton?
into backstory. Hold on, give me a minute.
Leave
Let me
story
collect my
backstory
thoughts.
notes.
Yeah, where's my backstory? I don't know if I'm at a headspace right now to have a conversation with you right now, Yunji.
What's that?
I don't know if I'm in a headspace right now to have a conversation with you right now, Genji.
Oh.
That was the most words I feel like I've heard come out of your mouth.
Is everything okay? Mr. Keaton, Master Knox?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We did not embarrass ourselves.
We did not embarrass ourselves.
Not at all.
I did not forget my mission.
Not at all. Where's the dwarf?
Where is the dwarf?
Was that what you were gonna ask?
No, well, maybe.
All right. Well,
What's your mission?
to find the dwarf, I assume.
Yeah. Find the dwarf.
Okay.
How long does this last?
I don't know. So let me actually read it. Oh no.
Overnight? Jesus criminy.
We can skip this bit. It's just I know.
I'm gonna say because you didn't have like the full dosage.
Yeah.
It's only gonna last about an hour
Done. Cool.
because you had a sip.
Let me get with you in about an hour.
What are we do? I'm gonna let Jonathan just play with his hands, I guess. What are we doing with Glassstaff? Are we taking him to
I mean,
fucking what's his name?
yeah, that's
Ass
one.
face.
Which one?
That's a real good
around
question.
here, there's a lot of those.
Fuck, what's his fucking ass face name?
Harbin.
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 The little voice in my head.
I was thinking the
God,
same
is that
thing. I guess.
Let's do it. Let's go now.
Okay.
Yes, right now.
I don't think that's a very good idea.
Why?
Because you were in an altar.
I am fine.
Are you sure?
I am absolutely
Stand
sure.
up.
I'm gonna stand up.
Make me a dex check at disadvantage.
Oops.
You gotta
In
do
the
a
box.
stand-up test.
Okay.
Not chest.
With that 2, your knees go out from under you as you try to stand up, and you find yourself in a very undignified pile on the
be over.
floor.
All right. Now, you see these tiny little muscles. I'm not gonna be dragging Glassstaff all the way down. We need you.
I mean, we could maybe just drag him a bit.
It's a great idea.
You want to drag him?
That is a great idea, kid. I will drag him.
You
the town.
who just tried to stand up and couldn't stand up are gonna drag.
We need Jonathan. Jonathan!
I don't know how heavy is he? 195 pounds soaking wet down
Something like that.
the fucking thoroughfare. Wow, I really gotta get my mouth in check. There are kids around here.
Screen wipe over to Jonathan.
Jonathan!
I am in the barn, pacing back and forth, just talking to this voice in my head. It's like, what is this? It took me years to get used to this. I just make the cutting motion. It's like, now you're springing this on me!
You know, if anyone saw you doing that, they would make all sorts of other assumptions. With that particular gesture there, friend.
There are worse things than that! I am already looking like a monstrous freak. I don't care what that looked like. I'm still doing it, damn it.
Oh, you do care. That's all right. You're allowed to care. Jonathan, get a handle on yourself. We can't have a conversation when you're all up in your emotions like this. Can we?
Oh, no. No, we cannot.
You're following the path that you've been trying to follow all these years. But you know what comes with that? Power. And I think that's the thing that you're the most afraid of. The problems in front of you are just going to get stronger and stronger. And in answer, you're going to get stronger. And what happens when you lose control again?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I just wanted to be able to save and defend people. I didn't want to be a danger to them, too.
Well, Basically, the way I see it, you've got two choices right now, don't you? You can probably go hide in the deep, deep woods, become the monster in the woods that you're afraid of being. Until some other adventurer comes and deals with the monster in the woods the way they always do, don't they? Or we work together, you and I, and get you some of that control that you're wanting so bad. Where you can have the power to help people with less of a risk of hurting them in the process. Now, there's always a risk. But what is life without that? Might as well live in a cotton bubble.
Seems like I don't have much of a choice, do I?
Oh, you always have a choice. But sometimes it's between bad and worse. And you know, I might not be the baddest of the bad choices. Because you see, I want to help people too. Why do you think I'm offering to help you?
Because you'll get something out of it.
And so will you. Can you imagine having the power to save the people that you couldn't? Can you imagine what you could have done? I can help make it so that doesn't happen again.
I didn't hesitate the first time you reached out. What's going to stop me now?
All right. And you feel through you, for a moment, you can feel every vein in your body as electricity, maybe, zings through. It doesn't hurt exactly. It's kind of like when your foot falls asleep. And those horrible pins and needles that come when you're trying to shake your foot out. And your knees go weak for a second as this power zings through you. And you now have a better idea of what you are able to do as a third level blood hunter. I'll leave it to you if you want to say what subclass you took.
I took the Path of the Fiend. Or as they say, also the Order of the Profane Soul.
And when the tingles finally pass, feels like forever, but it's only been a couple of minutes maybe. How you feeling?
Better than I was a few seconds ago. Oh. Oh, that feels weird.
When you tap into the weave, it's always a bit strange. But you have access to it now. And as you get stronger, you'll learn more and more. I'll be right there with you. Not like you can get rid of me. Well, you could, if you really wanted.
Guess we'll just wait and see.
Sounds like a deal.
Before I go back out there, is there anything else I should be aware of in terms of abilities, I don't want to accidentally do something else like I did with that hand.
Lucky you tapped to the most benign of the things that you've access to, and you feel this little like stirring in your brain, and your fingertips tingle. You might want to point out at a tree.
Wait, why would I do that? And as my hand goes off towards a bale of hay, an eldritch blast fires off.
That would be why.
Do we hear the explosion from... Do we see the barn erupt in a fireball?
No, it's only Eldritch Blast, and that's force damage. So the bale of hay goes to pieces. And if you're looking, you're paying attention, I think Nox is more likely to see that there is hay falling out of the upper windows.
Huh.
What?
Hey.
Hello.
No. Hey.
Hello.
Oh, he's getting a little rowdy in there.
Wild.
What?
Hey, Jonathan, need some help. Can't exactly lift this dude. We're all... Mr. Keaton's in an addled state, and Master Nox and I are weak.
Coming! I'm coming!
We should probably save the actual spells for when you're not as Oh no, those were cantrips. Those were the weakest of what you'll be able to do.
That was weak!
Yes.
Oh no.
And in your mind's eye, you can see a flash of like black gripping tentacles reaching out of the ground.
Yes. Love that. Sorry.
You're totally fine. Do you want to tell him what it is?
What is it? Have you heard of the arms of Hadar?
No.
Basically tentacles that reach up out of the ground and grab onto someone.
Oh, that's what... And then drag?
Yeah.
Or a hold
in
in
a
place.
Oh,
was it
that's fun.
10-foot radius? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, if they're... Oh, yeah. All creatures within 10
Read
feet
your
of me.
spells.
That's fun.
Hi, Captain.
And I got a nice little reaction as well.
Yeah, a little bit of a fiery response to being hurt, perhaps. I know.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Keaton, can you get up yet?
Yes.
I hurry over and...
No. I cannot.
You want to try that one more time?
Sure.
I'm gonna...
Yeah.
Hey,
He's up.
Oh...
Jonathan, you come out and you see Keaton is standing.
Hey, Johnny.
That sounded like Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, hey.
Good. Yeah.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah.
Hey.
Have fun in the barn over there?
Yes, quite fun. What is going on out here?
What's going on with you?
Nothing.
That sounds mighty suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. 3 again.
25 insight.
Whoa!
Never
3.
mind.
I mean, my passive insight is 16.
I mean, if you would like to roll deception, since you're lying.
Really a take.
I'm not gonna pass in the slightest. Yeah, I ain't passing that.
My passive.
I passed him, but not
no,
those two.
because my passive is I can't go lower than my passive.
Correct.
Damn it. Yeah, I'll
He's a terrible, terrible, terrible liar.
Yes, I am. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Armor.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, well, at least Mr. Keaton and I, we all experienced that first magical moment. And
This
it's...
magic moment.
It can be frightening, especially when it happens at a time you're not expecting it, but...
What did you see?
Things exploded everywhere.
Hey.
Not like that.
No, hey.
Hello.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Literally, the thing that horses eat.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey. Hello. Wait. So what did you magic?
Keep going.
Magic. You had magic.
New magic that
I was going
did
to say. I mean, we've seen you slash your wrists to create conjure things. I don't think it's.
That's years, and that was all I'd been able to do. This just kind of sprung out of nowhere, and it's
the magical moment.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'm sure. Well, I mean, you're a wizard, so you studied to do what you do. But for me, it just at some point it just happened. So it's.
I thought it only happened one time.
Well.
So this sounds like a conversation we should have
On the road.
Yeah.
after we deal with Glassstaff.
I'm sure he also had a magical moment too.
All right.
At this point, Quillen comes out and is like dusting her hands off on her apron. Don't want to explain what exactly is going on. I just watched a hay bale explode out the window.
Jonathan is having his first magical moment.
One eyebrow just disappears into her hairline. I didn't think I'd have to explain that one to my kid for a while yet, but...
We accidentally exploded a hay bale, and we apologize for that, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the mess.
Magical adolescence is confusing, I suppose.
Ow.
But I wouldn't know anything about that. I'm just...
Yeah. I will take care of that. I promise.
Right, well, just stack it up. We'll have that be the next one that goes out to the livestock, I suppose.
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. So, what are y'all going to do about the person tied up in my
We
cellar?
are getting rid of him right now. We are taking him to Hagrid.
Harbin.
Harden.
Are you all right?
Damn it.
Yes.
It's been a long day.
All right.
Thank you for your hospitality.
You're most welcome. Let's do this. I got a little cart. We can load up your buddy into the cart, pull him down to... You want to take him to Harbin?
Yes.
Makes sense. That's where the cells are. And y'all can have a conversation with him about this.
We will vacate your property directly. I apologize for any inconvenience.
As do I.
Don't worry about that. I'm more worried about getting that one contained. She nods toward the root cellar. Truly, not used to dealing with magic flying all over the place, but two boys is just about the same thing.
Did they lock the cellar?
Yes.
They were sitting on it.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought they were.
I locked it before we came out. Or like after we came out.
Before you started sipping.
Before I started sipping on the drink.
Okay.
I locked it.
All right. Yeah, let's get this all sorted out, and then you all look like you could use a real good sleep.
Eventually, we'll get to that.
Eventually. So,
I will help retrieve the cart and drag Glassstaff onto the cart.
yeah, and Carp is leading the massive horse over. The horse is perfectly placid with the boy's hands on his reins, because, I mean, boy and horse know each other well.
Mm-hmm. Get him all hitched up and all that. Are you sober yet?
Yes.
Yes, you are. It's
Yes.
about an hour at this point.
Yes.
All right, let's head out.
Yes.
We'll head toward Harbin.
All right. Has everyone else taken off their red cloaks?
Yes.
I probably would on the way.
Okay. So, the four of you...
Should we, though?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
No, I will take mine off and I'll
I'll take them off.
Yeah, I would have
hold
after.
it. I will hold it though.
Yeah, I'll throw it in the cart with
Same.
dude.
All right. So the four of you make your way through the town of Phandelver, coming up and around toward where Harbin...
Harbin! Harbin! Harbin!
You can't hear the sigh, but you can sense it anyway. As the town master pokes the door open and looks at you all.
Throw the cloak down.
Ooh.
Well, say, what is this?
I think it's pretty obvious. Am I not? Is this not
We did what you could not.
communicating?
Oh, thank goodness. Right, why don't you all come in?
We got a conscious wizard here that needs some jailing with your non-existent sheriff.
I think I'm going to need to hear the entirety of this story, but he kind of looks around for one of the kids, and then says, "Hey, boy, tell Sildar, come down this way."
Oh, fuck it. Sildar's healing. Where do you want him?
We will get him in, but Sildar is as a representative of the Lord's Alliance, healing or not. This is something he's going to want to see.
He can see it later.
Boy, get Sildar. Kid runs off.
Is there a cell we can just put him in first to at least
yeah,
have him?
absolutely. Right. Who's able to help me haul?
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll help.
So between you three, get him hauled into the cell, put him in, close and lock. It's actually a surprisingly well-made cell. Looking at it, I mean, Jonathan, you're familiar with jail cells from multiple directions. This is actually one of the better, backwoods ones.
Huh. I would not have expected that.
I'll hitch up the horse. Take care of everything outside.
Okay. And inside, Glassstaff is laying on the cot that he is dropped on, just watching everything with almost attached amusement, but also a growing concern. Right, well, soon Sildar gets here, I'm going to want to hear what you all did. This is incredible.
There's still more needs doing.
Well, ain't that always the case?
At the very least, we captured their leader, but at least the person who hired them.
Oh, this is their leader.
Of sorts.
Well, damn.
It is not the spider, which is what we have come across information as. The spider is the higher up. This is one of the lackeys.
Yeah.
But we are trying to find the head of this so that we can find my friend. We can find the source of the red brands, the source of the goblins, the source of all of this for you.
I don't have words for how appreciative I am of that, then.
Don't thank me. And then I'm going to gesture to Nox.
Don't look at me.
Well, Nox, you kind of...
Did what? It was a group effort. Why are you looking at me?
At this point, Sildar comes in. He looks tired and worn, but he looks like he's well on the road to recovery at this point. And he comes in and looks at all of you. Oh, my saviors, what is going on?
I'm not happy to see you out of bed yet.
Well, it was just a short walk over, and fresh air does a body good, doesn't it? I'll go back and I'll lie down as soon as we're done having this conversation. Right. So, what exactly is going on? Anyone who would like to can make a perception check.
Me.
Can I go with passive?
9.
23.
11.
Passive 11?
Okay, that'll do. Keaton, you're the only one who really notices. Wait, who's... Sorry, someone got 23.
I did.
You got 23, I apologize.
I mean, if we're going with passive, 16.
All right. So, okay. Nox and Genji, you're standing closer to the cell itself, and you happen to glance over in time to see all the color drain out of Glassstaff's face at the sound of Sildar's voice.
I'm just gonna get a satisfied smirk on my face and cross my arms and raise my eyebrows at Glassstaff.
He just this is the most perturbed you've ever seen him, and he's glaring daggers.
Do you know him?
We're not taking that.
No.
Not or
Sildar,
shaking
do you know him?
No, who? And Sildar comes over to have a look, and he's just kind of Yarno.
Yarno?
Iarno.
Iarno.
Iarno. Well, I didn't expect to see you here like this, old friend.
So we do know each other then?
Well, more like we work for the same group, the Lord's Alliance. Or worked, I guess. He says, glaring down at Glassstaff.
Okay.
This is Iarno Albrecht. And he went missing a couple months ago. I was actually, once I was on my feet, I was going to ask y'all to see if you could find out what happened to him. I don't know what his accent's doing, and I don't care.
That's okay. I'm fucking with it. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. And now I guess I know what was going on with him, don't I? Leader of the Red Brands, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Hired by...
Well, I don't know as he was hired, but that'd be a conversation you'd have to have with him. It seemed like the spider and he had a connection, but not like the Red Brands were just
It's from what I recall.
Yarnos.
From what I recall, he said that he had hired the Red Brands in order to help him with research, to help find
The well.
Way back okay?
Yeah.
yes, Echo
Forge,
Caves.
that's what it is. The
There we go.
forge.
Well, this is rather a pickle, isn't it, as they say? Right. Well, I have a scroll that I can use to send back to Neverwinter and call for someone to come and fetch our dear departed wizard to stand judgment, to stand trial before the Lord's Alliance. He is a traitor to the Alliance, clearly.
Could I do an inside check? Because the words "dear departed," I know that something about that word choice kind of bothers me.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
That sounds more like a before he actually gets there.
Sure.
13.
Okay. With the time that you've spent around Sildar, you know that he is someone who very strongly believes in law and very strongly believes in, good and right. In another context, he may have one day become a paladin, like that kind of straight and narrow kind of person. So even with that, you gather fairly strongly that this is someone who is like, no, he needs to go and stand trial and answer for what he's done.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, I was going to offer you gold to find out what was going on anyway, and now you've done it without me even having to ask.
I have a question.
Of course.
What if we do, before you take him back to Neverwinter to go on trial for his crimes, I'm wondering if, I'm curious if we can have him reach out to the spider. Maybe for leniency for his crimes. Maybe a deal can be reached. But
I mean, I suppose the question is whether he has that kind of power.
I remember him saying that he didn't, but I don't know if that's entirely true.
Well, short of a cleric to cast a zone of truth.
Yeah, maybe in the morning I can come back. Happen to have that ready. No. True.
I mean, and with that sort of, I mean, maybe for leniency if he had that ability, but I mean, we can find out. We can hold him in here and ask, but...
Are we saying this within earshot of...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You're, like, right there.
Okay.
Well, unless you wanted to have pulled him from somewhere else.
Nope. I would like,
Okay.
Iarno, how do you say pronounce it?
Iarno.
To hear it.
It's like Iago, but Iarno.
Oh, well, now be remembered.
Now you remember.
Take, I think it's going to... take off.
I just had a wonderful time.
Exactly.
Well, as important as I'm sure that is, there are still 4 bugbears and an undetermined amount of red brands squatting on that hill.
All right. Well then,
They'll be
hopefully,
taken care of.
I mean, as I have pointed out, we don't have much of a militia here. So, I suppose the best that we can do for today, unless you all have some extra reserves of strength to pull on. No, you didn't. Y'all look a bit done in. Best we can do, I suppose, is hold him here for the night and see what happens in the morning, if you're willing to go up and deal with it.
Do you have some men you could put on watch?
Ah,
Just outside the town, seeing if there might be some trouble in the night?
I mean, like I said, we don't have a militia, so not much in the way of weapons, but
Do you think you could call upon the citizenry to volunteer their help? I'm sure they'd like to protect this town, such as it is.
well, and with the knowledge that the Red Brand's leader is in captivity, they might have a little bit more heart to him right now. So, yeah.
If it also helps, we did thin out a few of their numbers as well.
Oh, that's very helpful. I didn't imagine you captured their leader without some blood.
For a while, you'd be surprised. At least not on our hands, anyway.
Well, fair enough, I reckon. Right, would you all be willing to go up in the morning and hand,
That's certainly the plan. At least,
Yes.
leastways for me.
Absolutely.
I truly appreciate it. I cannot. It's been a rough time. Right. Yeah. I'll talk to some folks, see what they're able to do.
Are we done here?
Someone should stay here. I can stay here. If no one else wants to. How many cells were there?
2.
Yeah. I'll just.
I can stay. That's
Yeah.
fine.
No offense, Sildar, no offense to anyone in this town, but I truly, with the knowledge that their leader is captured here in Harbin, no offense, Harbin, in their keep, if the Red Brands want to attack and assault this place and release him, they will be able to. I don't know this town, I don't know the people, but judging from what you've said, I don't.
Yeah, I can stay.
We should stay here.
Let's take turns taking watch here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, Harbin, if you can enlist some willing volunteers
Yeah.
to keep watch 2 at a time,
Yeah.
maybe 2-hour shifts through the night.
That seems quite reasonable. All right.
I'm gonna go get us some food. And I'll walk down and gather some food from the... What is it called? The frickin' thing.
Stonehill.
The Stonehill Inn that we're all staying at.
It's almost like someone else has run stuff in Phandelver before.
No, this is like the back of my hand.
I will abruptly leave.
Ooh.
Sildar will like lean his head up. Do you mind if I come with you?
No, sir. You're free to do as you will.
And he walks. He actually like matches your pace, heading back towards Stonehill.
Great. I'm silent.
You seem perturbed.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Just... Yep.
I'd be interested in your observations. I don't spend a great deal of time in these sorts of places. This is a new sort of posting for me.
So you were sent for? You were sent for? By the people?
In a manner of speaking. So, the Lord's Alliance is a semi-loose arrangement between lords, especially in places like Neverwinter, where we look for places like this, places of opportunity, and help reinforce them, make them stronger, make them a little less feral.
In what way do you do that?
Well, first we find out what exactly is going on in the area, and then we bring in help as necessary. And every place is different, which is why people like me get sent.
So you bring in outsiders.
Yeah, generally. Although, if you really think about it, a lot of the people who live here now are what someone like you might consider an outsider. It's a new land, new opportunities.
I guess it just depends.
Mm-hmm.
If you're bringing in folk who are here to enforce the law without knowing what it's like to be out here, I anticipate there's going to be some conflict.
That's part of why I was sent out as one of the people first coming out looking. Well, Gundren and I have known each other a long time, and his talk of Wave Echo Cave and all of the opportunities that are possible there, it's better to get a handle on the kind of riffraff that might come out here. So I came out to try and get the read of the land, the read of the people.
I just feel like fighting people in the best of ways. Like they got their bit and they want to fight for it to stay. So I'd start there.
It's a good place to start. Maybe one of the first places we can start is by starting to train up an actual militia around here.
I think that'd be wise. Now, I'm not very smart, but I think you might be onto something.
I think that you underestimate yourself, Knox. You may not have much in the way of book learning, but you're not stupid.
I didn't say I was stupid. I know when to stay away from certain plants and what animals sound like and look like, and when to step on the head of a snake and when to leave it be. That's my knowledge. And I think I know people pretty well.
That's very important knowledge, especially out here.
But far be it from me to be with my fingers in those pies, as you might say.
I mean, you can have as much or as little involvement as you want, I suppose, but...
None. I would like none. I would like to say my piece and leave this town be.
I'm gonna think that that's a little bit harder for you than you might want to admit. I saw the way you took charge in there, bossing Harbin round.
That man irritates the shit out of me. My apologies for the language.
If I'm a soldier. But having irritants like that is how things get done.
You mean me being irritated or him being irritating?
Call him C, all of the above. Don't underestimate yourself or the people of this town. There's a lot more here than I think meets the eye. And you've done a brave, bold, wonderful thing in dealing with that. He nods back at the crumpled up cloak in front of the town hall.
Well, we made the problem. We gotta solve it. My mom always said, clean up your own mess. Don't let nobody clean up behind you.
How much of the mess did you actually cause? From what I understand, the Red Brands have been here quite a while before anyone of you got here.
No, but we provoked them.
You existed. It's kinds of people are bullies. They don't like same people who might challenge them. They just kick the wrong wasp's nest. Don't you give up on yourself, Knox, or these people. And he steps into the inn and holds the door open for you.
I will walk inside.
And and they are more than happy to collect up food for you. Everyone is looking very kind of nervous about things, but seeing you come in, even looking as battered as you and tired as you do, you can almost feel like a breath of relief go through the Stonehill Inn. Because you're here. Mm-hmm. A bit battered, but here.
I'm not gonna say anything to anybody. I'm just gonna do my thing.
Your thing.
Order meals all around. Mm-hmm. Wait for a bit till they come out and take them back to the place where we're all staying.
Yeah, and Top One helps you haul things. Mm-hmm. Back at the town master's hall, what are the three of you doing?
Nothing in particular, I would say.
Yeah, just kind of waiting.
Yeah.
All right. Harbin is fidgety, I think is the best word. He kind of chats firm for a second, kind of inane things, easily ignored, and then goes into a side room and starts writing something.
Yeah. Not
I'm not interested. Honestly, yeah.
No one cares.
I'm sure I'm under the assumption that it has something to do with what Nox said to go reach out and get, something like that. So I can't be bothered with Carbon right now.
It's like I'm curious, but I'm I'm kind of like looking over the door like with curiosity, but not necessarily making my way over there. Mm-hmm. Just shake it off.
Maybe I'll take the opportunity if Harbin's out and everyone's out there. I do want to ask. Pronounce it again. I'm just going to call him Glassstaff. Iarno. Thank you. Yeah. Iarno, Iago, got it. Iarno, just kind of like, if it can be kind of aside, but like if other people, he's trying not to let other people hear.
Okay.
Keaton is. But like, if we, remind me again, do you have access to the spider? A simple yes or no.
Just shakes his head.
No?
Shakes his head.
And I have nothing else to talk to this chucklehead about. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Just waiting. Genji will probably pull out his paint book and just be sketching marvelous creatures in thick brushstrokes.
Slam open the door. All right, we got meat and potatoes and some kind of salad that's not a salad. It's one of those salads that are not a salad. Looks delicious. And for you in the salad, I'm going to take like a really hard crust of bread and just
eat it.
Throw it at him.
Love
it.
Make me a dexterity check.
Oh, I get to use my dexterity.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep, good. 16.
You beat him on the side of the head with this piece of bread.
Beautiful.
He just like shakes his head and just keeps glaring. He has not stopped glaring.
Heart is so happy. Just like plop down on the floor and start eating.
You should relax your face or the lines are really going to stay there.
If anything, the glare gets more daggery.
I know a pretty good place when you go to Neverwinter. I'm pretty sure it's called the Southern Pearl. That they'll help out with that, but you don't want to make their work harder.
Glare.
Okay. Eats an apple.
And on that, we're going to go ahead and take a break, folks, as these tired adventurers enjoy a well-earned meal. We'll be back in a few moments as soon as 5 people can use one bathroom, and we will see you shortly. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Phandelver and Below. Before we get going, we have some coins to distribute because we have officially kind of broken Red Dead Coquette. Kind of just a little bit, I imagine. So Red Dead Coquette sent $20 for coins for all the amazing roleplay, ball games, high tea, magical boy freakouts, and a possible sheriff interview. ...
Ooh.
4 coins for y'all.
Thank you so much, Red Dead.
Whoa!
Snap.
Oh my god.
So we have to get into a battle because these go away at the end of the night.
They go away at the end
We
of
can
the
use
night.
them for.
On regular skill checks
You
too.
can use them on anything. That's a D20
I
roll.
forgot. Well, I want to fight. So, okay, yeah.
You could have used that so you could have stood up.
I know. Oh my god. Give me some rum. Her. Thank you so much.
So, as we return, you all set up your watches throughout the night, and Harbin is able to get a group of people to volunteer to keep watch. He's actually able to get a pretty good number of the citizenry, men and women, to keep watch over the various paths that lead into the little town. You weren't quite expecting such a turnout, but there's electricity in the air as people are excited
And
hopeful,
inside Jonathan.
are excited, hopeful. Maybe they're starting to see the sun rising. But you all are able to keep watch through the night. I imagine it's like two at the jail cell, one sleeping, one awake, trade off, and then trade off. Yeah, that makes the most sense to me. It's calm, surprisingly quiet all night. Except for Glassstaff snoring as loudly as a human possibly can. Somehow, around the gag, he's managing to snore really, really loudly. But the following morning dawns. All of you are back at full power as you've gotten a long rest.
I didn't even think about that.
That's the best part.
Go ahead and push that long rest button.
Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da. And the morning dawns, and it has been an uneventful night. What would you all like to do? I believe you all were planning on heading up to the manor.
To the manor.
To the manor!
To the manor.
So as soon as you turn custody of Iarno over to Sildar comes to the town hall, the town master's hall, first thing in the morning. He's looking better too. He's got more color in his cheeks. He's still limping a bit, but not near as bad as he had been. Okay. And he comes and he sits and settles into a chair, giving Knox a wink before.
Oh, y'all.
Before the four of you ready up and head up to the manor.
Sweet. Can I retcon something?
Sure.
That staff.
Possibly.
Well, just the staff that the kids had. I do want to take a moment to kind of attune or look it over overnight.
Okay, so you want to take the night to do it?
Yeah.
Sure. That is a staff of defense. So you may add that to your character sheet.
Will do.
And it gives you a +1 to your AC.
Oh, we know I need that. Charge into the.
I will also tell you that as part of the staff itself, you can cast Mage Armor or Shield from it. So if you have either of those prepared, you can trade them out for other spells.
Thank you so much. Remind me, the staff of defense.
Staff of defense.
Done. Thank you very much.
You are most welcome.
Added to the agreement.
All right, so as the four of you head up toward the manor, Knox, give me a survival check, please.
Okay. Lesbian dice. Survival.
Captain?
19?
All right.
Wait. 18.
As you all are approaching the manor, I should ask, are you approaching from the top or the bottom? Are you going in through the manor itself, or are you going in through the secret tunnel?
Probably the secret tunnel. I don't feel like we would go through the secret
I agree.
tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're approaching the tunnel, you can see more footprints outside than there had been yesterday. And they look like bugbear footprints.
Ooh, what direction are they going in?
Let me check the map.
Never eat soggy waffles.
I mean, yeah, I know that. Where is it? There we are. So from here, they seem to be heading north, back toward Tribor Trail.
Okay. But out from the manor.
But away from the manor.
And the town.
And the town.
Well, that takes care of that problem.
Well, as long as they don't come back.
Sure.
That is just the bugbears. Do we need to make sure the red brands have left as well?
Yeah, that's a good idea. You want to go on through the manor? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all make your way around, go up and into the manor itself. It looks like it was hastily deserted. Mm-hmm. There are things left behind that may have been precious to someone at one point or another. All the money's gone. But there are signs of a hasty emptying of the place.
Okay.
Are the bodies that we left, or that were left from us, there still? Or have it?
The only thing we might consider double checking is whether or not the skeletons are still
That's
here.
exactly what I was going to say.
Because they will need to get to the armory if they're going to create any kind of militia. Can we check on the skeletons? See if they're. Oh,
Was there a way to get to the armory without actually
Yes, there was.
taking out the
there
skeletons?
was.
Because in the tunnel, I remember it was actually a little before that entryway. It was like the
It was the way
left
we
side of the
exited,
hall.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you were looking at like the big chasm room and you went north, if you went into a little room, there's a secret door that you all left open that leads into the hallway that goes into the armory. So there is a way to get there without dealing with the skeletons. It may also be worthwhile dealing with the skeletons, but I'll leave that to you.
I think if we in our conference last night were able to relay the information to Harbin and Sildar, like the layout and where everything is and where there might be some potential skeletons
Issues, yeah.
then I think we'll let them deal with it.
Yeah. Also, that
Difficult.
pit that they hopefully didn't try and close back up again.
Yeah.
I mean, you do know that skeletons are no joke. You got a good enough check on them. They do have like 13 hit points. And they're pretty sturdy, but if you get enough people piling on them, it should be able to be handled if you don't have the time or energy to deal with it.
That ought to be their first sort of big training thing.
Train up for that.
We come back and the villagers are all wiped out from the 3 skeletons. Oh no.
Any of those precious artifacts left? Any interesting ones?
I mean, not particularly. Like the Red Brands had all night to get out. So
Okay.
they took stuff and they left.
What about documents? Anything that would give us an idea of where they might have gone? Or where
I believe you all dumped documents from Glassstaff into a bag.
Yeah, I have those.
So you're able to look at those at your leisure. Other people probably don't have enough information, although there's a possibility the bugbears might have known something if you want to check their room.
And no goblins left?
Nope.
Any scared
No,
ones that
they're
are
all
being
gone.
bullied?
Oh.
Sure, we'll check the bugbear room just to make sure.
So yeah, looking around in there isn't much. Like unlike the rest of the manor area, this has like the bugbear's room feels more like a military barracks. Like it's actually set up in a way that, I mean, Keaton, you recognize immediately. Yeah. And they're like, no, when they left, they took everything that was important.
Okay. Well,
So this manor is effectively cleared out and empty. The Red Brand threat is, at least for now,
what about upstairs? Upstairs.
upstairs as well. That you went through upstairs, remember?
Huh.
Okay.
So, I mean, they probably left and are going to regroup, maybe talk with, Glassstaff with the contact for the spider, so I don't know if they're going to be out and roaming or anything. And
Probably, but I don't think that they're in any way connected to the spider except through Glassstaff. Glassstaff just needed some lackeys.
okay.
From what I recall, I think they were From what I recall, I thought they did work for Spider, but it was more of a case of they knew nothing about him either.
The bugbears did, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Red Brands.
Yeah.
Can I, on the way out, Keaton wants to go back through his soldier trainings and all that stuff, and then really look at the tracks and see if I can decipher if someone came to them or if they just left. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that
Did
makes
someone
sense.
come to them to give information or something? or
That
did they
makes
just-
a lot of sense. Go ahead and make me a survival roll.
I will assist that.
So go ahead and make it with advantage.
Ooh, okay. A survival, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so that's a 17 and a 14. So 17. Oh, but thank you, Red Dad. I really want to get... Ooh, with a 6.
Dang.
So we got...
23?
23, yep.
Nice. Gives.
No.
Yeah. It's mine now.
Yes.
So looking around, like you do a pretty thorough examination of the area with Nox at your elbow, like helping look around. Like the two of you fall into a really easy rhythm with each other, looking around. And from the look of it, there aren't any new footprints going in, at least not here.
Okay.
And then when the bugbears left, it was decisive in a single file line heading north.
Got it. So it seems they probably saw what we left and
Decided to leave
decided.
themselves, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this sets us back on track for what we were doing before this whole fucking nonsense.
Agreed. Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, we should go back to the druid.
Sure.
I think it's been too long, and I do fear my friend is passed. But we press on.
I doubt it. They kept him alive a long time. It seems they want him for something. Don't lose hope yet.
All right.
All right, back to town we go.
All right, so you are all able to gather up the horses that you had previously discussed and travel supplies. And unless there's anything else that you want to do in the town before you set off.
Just let Harbin know what happened and Sildar, and let them know that the Red Brands left and the Bugbears left, but they should keep up that watch.
Yeah.
And do you tell them about where to find the armory?
Yes, and how to get there without disturbing the skeletons.
Reclaim the man and reclaim the manor. Reclaim the manor.
All right. So
I'll make sure I also have one red brand cloak in my pack.
Okay.
Smart.
All right, that works for me. And Sildar does take note of where of the directions that you give, and looks at Harbin. The two of them nod. Well, I reckon that we can work on getting a militia trained up here. It's going to take some time, but weapons were the first major step.
Good. All right, let's go.
And off you go.
Just do not want to talk
Yeah.
to him. Just,
I love that every time Harbin speaks to Nox, the three of us are like, like look at Nox.
Dang it,
Like,
I got the voice wrong. I was aiming at Sildar.
I know, Harbin.
I mean, unless you don't want to talk to him either.
No, I'm not sold on Sildar, but
neutral.
it's
Yeah.
better.
So instead of us just looking at you, we go. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah.
Weirdos.
I don't know where I got that teacup from, but
Yeah. Oh, here's the tea.
So it's late morning by the time that you all set off. Probably possibly even early afternoon, depending on how thorough you were going through down in the cellar. But you do set off heading north the Tribor Trail, and yeah. It's a beautiful day. A little chilly, but it's a nice day to be out on the road as you are proceeding out. Not really much of note happens on your way up to catch the Tribor Trail off of the spur. And you aim east toward Coneyberry. Hang on, let me check something. Let me check something.
No. Simpsons reference, sorry. Yeah. He's like, I'll just sit here and make some noises for you. Gentle noises. Shh.
oh
And then
yeah,
he
the
goes,
borrow feeling episode.
sorry, sidebar everyone, I'm sorry.
There's a vape off.
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize. You're heading toward Thundertree.
Thundertree.
Thundertree!
Which Nox knows is not terribly far from Nox Holler. Actually, I'm gonna grab my map because I made some changes.
Sure. Ooh.
Got my map, but that's map of Phandelver.
Ooh, tiny maps.
Tiny map of Phandelver.
Beautiful.
Oh, look at you!
I made it, and then I got little stickers.
Show the people.
See, look, I made a little tiny map of Phandelver, and then I
lovely.
labelled them with different things, and then on the back of it, I got the names of the things.
Smart.
Wow.
That's what we got. A smart.
Well, this is not going to help me at all. Honestly, what I need to do is just like steal that. Steal your notebook and run away.
No.
I'm just grading your notes.
Notes were graded?
I don't grade on notes.
No, notes are for your own brain. All right, so Thundertree, you know, is a little beyond Nox Holler. It's not terribly far. It is about where like your territory and the Druid's territory met once upon a time. And I mean, your best way through pretty much everything is through Nox Holler because you were a kid there, and yeah.
So as we get toward the turnoff, we're on horses, yes?
Yeah.
We didn't bring a cart with us, right?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, cool, awesome, great. We don't need a cart.
And it does take you the better part of the day to get even close to Nox Holler because, you know, it's late morning when you leave.
Nox, are you okay?
Yeah. I'm fine.
So when you say fine, do you mean like, fine like I'm good, or fine as in just, you can deal with this?
I'm at my level of tolerance currently, but I don't know if that will continue to be the case. So I will keep you apprised of the situation that is occurring internally as it pertains to your needs.
Need to know basis, got it. Well, I am here if you need anyone to talk to. I assure you, despite my sometimes surprised nature, I am good at keeping things quiet that need to be kept quiet.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We should go this way, and I will lead the big ass draft horse that I'm sitting on down the turnoff toward Nox Holler.
Getting off of Tribord Trail, the path to Nox Holler, it's a little overgrown, as you somewhat, I think, expected, because no one's been up there for some time. But it is still passable. So you proceed up that direction. It's getting pretty dark, because, you know, it's getting about that time of day. But all y'all notice, as Nox is leading the way, they don't seem to have a problem, like, guiding through.
Did it suddenly get less colorful to y'all?
Did it?
I mean, it's dark, or getting toward, like, darkness.
Are you speaking metaphorically?
No, I'm
or-
speaking literally. I'm gonna take out a lantern and kind of slow up the horse and try to light the lantern.
Oh, I'll light with the.
Oh.
Yeah, just.
Is
The actual
my-
lantern is lit. Yeah.
And is my visibility less than with the lantern off? Like, does the light not shine as far?
The light doesn't go as far as you were able to start discerning in the darkness. You with the lantern lit, you can actually feel the darkness coming closer in around you.
Whoa.
But Nox is the only one who really notices.
Oh, so okay, gotcha.
Okay. Just gonna hand that to you, Keaton.
Grab the.
So for us, it looks
Normal?
fine, right?
For the rest of you, it looks like late twilight with a lantern lit.
Does the darkness kind of like, is it not so close now? It's like,
It opens out back in front of you.
Would you like me to take point, Nox? Are we seeing Nox? Are they kind of like on the road? I mean, I don't know. Like,
No, from your perspective, especially now that you can see them with the lantern in your hand, they seem to be more sure-footed in the darkness than you are with the light.
Understood. Okay.
Watch out for that stone there.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I'm like making a mental checklist in my head. I'm gonna clear that stone.
Okay, did we know that this is their home, right?
I don't think so. I don't.
Okay.
I know that. Well, Keaton
think you
knows
guys
that Nox
figured that
lives
out.
around here. Yeah.
I mean, they have referenced Nox Holler several
That's right.
times.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember because it had been a while.
Yeah.
Okay. I see your.
The results will be past the giant sign that says "Welcome to Nox Holler." That's really going. Oh.
You do.
They don't advertise like that.
If you are able to pick them out in the darkness, you see like every once in a while in a tree, there's like something dangling, feathers, bones, some sticks, like in the tree on the path, just as we go, one every once in a while.
Oh, that's inviting.
Are they markers to find home?
Are you asking that? Mm-hmm. Oh, those?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you could use them that way. They're charms, protections.
Oh.
Yeah.
Protection from...
From haints, spirits, ghosts.
Oh. I'm assuming bad spirits?
Sure, yeah. The intention is what matters.
Oh, okay.
If the intention is to harm, then the ward will work the way it's supposed to.
Okay. So, like, regular, normal, totally chill, cool, kind of awesome spirits can just come on in?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Benevolent or at least neutral ones, yeah.
Cool.
How nervous does Genji look right now?
Not super nervous. It's just putting 1 + 1 = 2 together and be like, oh, okay. No, okay.
Oh, more that. It's like, is Genji a spirit? Like, that's what I was like. I know. I'm like, what? Okay. Got it.
No, it took me a second to be like, oh, wait, yeah.
Yeah.
John, the guy thinks to himself, you cause any trouble, I'll try to cross one of those.
You can just hear a low chuckle in the back of your mind. But you make your way through, led by Nox, who is surprisingly, or maybe not so surprisingly, sure-footed on this particular trail leading back up to the old house. Nox, what does the house look like in your memory? I'm delighted that you have a page for that.
I do indeed. So I can read it more easily. The Knox family homestead is nestled in a clearing surrounded by an ancient wooden fence that marks the property line. The cabin was built for a family of 6 and is a respectable size. That's a little bit more history than I want to go into. There's always been a Knox residing at Knox Holler. The wood structure has been well maintained. A healthy growth of moss insulates the roof. Behind the cabin is a lush wild garden that's most likely overgrown. And in the front yard, which is also probably overgrown with lots of different plants, is a tree. And from the tree are hanging glass bottles of various colors. They're silent, though. They're not clinking.
How long has it been since someone has been here?
How long was our journey? Like a couple of months?
Not that long.
Like a month?
It was like a little over like a week and a half.
It was like a week and a half.
Oh, okay. It's been at least 3-4 months, I would say.
Okay. So it's not overgrown to the point of abandonment. Your sister took good care of the place, even if it wasn't necessarily what she planned to do the rest of her life. She maintained the family roots, think is the best way to put it here. So, the moss is perhaps a little out of control, and the grasses are growing up over the fence. Excited to have not been controlled for the first time in a very long time after the winter. Mm-hmm. But, path leads to your door.
Nox, do you mind if Keaton wants to reach up to the bottles, if that's okay? And he's just with light. I don't... I'm asking, is it okay if just for us, it's dark and I can't quite see around here.
You want to put it on the bottle?
Yeah. Can I light the bottle?
Maybe light the branch?
Like the branch?
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know what's in the bottle.
What's in the bottle?
Yeah.
Are there things in the bottles?
You can't see anything in the bottle.
No,
There's
right.
nothing in there.
But you're seeing something.
I'm saying that you don't know what's in there.
They're not clear bottles then.
Yes, they're clear.
Oh. Keaton's not even going to do that. Keaton is now bringing their hand down and is like,
Just put it on the branch. Just don't put it on the bottle. You don't want to wake up what's in there if there's anything in there.
I'm good. Let's go inside.
I'm saying.
Is there a chance that I could possibly be detecting something with my little hunter senses?
What do your hunter senses reach for?
Something of a fey variety.
No.
Keaton's gotten really uncomfortable now, just with that interaction. Are we okay?
Oh, we're perfectly safe.
Oh.
That's what the tree's for.
Oh. I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good on myself. Just kind of casually rub his neck, and then I'm casting protection from evil.
Because I recognize what those totems are, right? The ones that Nox mentioned, or that Nox and Genji were talking about.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
are they are they a more generalized totem of protection, or are they more something that'd be akin to their family?
roll me an Arcana check.
Okie doke. Don't watch me mess this up.
That's cocked on top of dice.
Cocked on top.
Okay, that's actually kind of impressive. Oh!
Nice.
Oh, you said
Nice.
Arcana?
Yes.
21!
All right, so I think that Nox is better suited to answer that than I am. What kind of totems or fetishes are going? That is what they're called.
Oh, I learned something today.
What kind are these in general?
They're backwoods magic. They're not book learning magic at all.
Fun.
They are. I am leaving it open to interpretation, so you can decide whether or not they are truly, actually effective. But they are what the Nox is designed to protect. It's common folk magic. It's practical magic.
So you would recognize the intent behind it, if not necessarily the design, because everyone has their own way of handling those kinds of totems. And you also know with that role, you know that while it's not a common way of accessing the weave, it's like the same footprints going back and forth across an area over years and years and years, where it's worn a path. It shouldn't work, but it does. It's found a weird way to hook the crochet hook into the weave and pull it in that direction.
Yeah, you've got nothing to worry about.
I'm still casting.
And I will creak open the gate and lead everybody up toward the front of the house. Are we feeling good? We feeling like we want to move on? Or does anybody need to rest? I don't know if Radoth is going to be awake at this hour. Well, she's an elf, so.
I mean, it's dark and your house is charming.
It's cozy.
It's lovely. It is.
Yeah.
No, it reminds me of where I used to grow up. It's believe me, because you said it's more of a cabin, right?
Yeah, it's a big cabin, but
No,
it's a cabin.
nowhere near as big as this, but it's very homey.
Well, we got 4 rooms. So you can sleep here tonight. I can't guarantee there ain't no spiders in there, but...
The spider?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Cozy?
I'm gonna dismount my horse. I'm
Charming.
assuming that there is like a note tacked to the door from Carson. I'm just gonna pull it off, put it in my pocket, read it later, open up the house. Just start going through and gathering blankets and pillows and making up rooms and
You go through the house and everything's already made up. It looks like it was set up for you to come home to.
It's bigger on the inside.
With some of the quilts that some members of your family made going back generations on the beds. It's a kiss on the cheek, a welcome home.
is there wood?
There is wood, and in the larder there is a pretty good supply of non-perishables.
All right, I'm gonna get the wood stove started, and put on a pot of water.
The well draws just as well as it used to.
That's neat. Water inside the home. Nice.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what's happening there.
Better not to ask.
Anybody want some tea before they pass out?
Yes.
Oh, tea would be nice.
I love some.
Good. So I'll get to making tea and hop into the kitchen, and everything is exactly where I remember it to be, and just feels very natural to be here. Not as natural in the kitchen, but yeah, put together tea, bring it out to the table, set it down, set down a hunk of bread. It's a little hard, sorry. Just slice it.
If you want, I could also see if there's any game nearby. Unless there's anything that's you prefer we didn't touch.
No. It's not my woods, it's the woods, so as long as you're respectful, you're welcome to. And be hungry for something more than bread?
Please. Yeah, no.
I'll rummage through the larder and pull out some like cured meat and probably some jam that Carson made before she left, and all kinds of like a smorgasbord of pantry food.
There's even pickles and various pickled vegetables.
Pickles. I miss these pickles. Just take one out of the jar by myself in the pantry and bite into it.
And it tastes exactly like it always used to.
Kind of just tear up a little bit. And then bring the pickles out.
Are they like cornichons? Are they like the big ones?
They're the big ones.
Big deal pickles. So the four of you are able to tuck into a very comfortable, cozy, homey meal with the wood stove. The wood stove heats this room of the house very quickly, and it's. I mean, Knox is home. For the rest of you, it's like coming to a home you didn't know you had. It is almost weirdly welcoming.
Does Keaton pick up on a change of vibe from again? I've known you in a business, or I've known Knox in a business setting, and I've known them in a friendly demeanor. But I think in our casual passing, conversation, I've always heard of home.
This is
Where you
possibly
from?
the most
Where you
intimate
from?
that you've ever been with this person that you've known for years. And not in like a weird way, but like
Absolutely.
just getting that close to them.
But do I sense a shift in
Knox, what do you think?
I'm just curious what things Wizard Keaton is picking up from the energies that I'm picking up from
Yeah,
being in this space.
Yeah, I think there is a sense of belonging It's not comfortable yet.
Okay.
Like, they don't leave their hat anywhere, and they've got their hat off by the front door. They took their boots off. They don't look as ready to run away or ready to move on to the next thing. They're kind of settled, but it's a little uncomfortable.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think what is happening is there's a muscle memory of being here and doing things here. But there's a slight discomfort. Yeah.
Like a sweater that used to be one of the favorites, but might have shrunk a little in the wash.
I think Keaton will pull, just from Keaton's own mind, but it's pulling a memory of just like, and seeing this, it's reminiscent of a ghost that doesn't know that they're a ghost kind of thing, where they start going into the motions, and they kind of like start doing the same repetitive things that that they do, but they're not there, if that makes sense. So it's very, yeah. Just gonna put a pin in that hat.
Well, I think we should head to bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll show each of them to a room. There are 4 rooms, and there are 2 beds in one room, and 1 bed each in another room. I don't know how you all want to divvy it up, but we just slept, depending on where we were growing up,
Well, Nox, this is your space. Wherever you would like, please choose first so that we
I
can.
mean, my room's in the back, so
Done.
be sleeping in there. Y'all too could just don't go in that other room.
Oh, sure. I'll take one of the single beds.
Up in the double room.
And you expect the sheets to be musting, but there's a sachet of fresh of dried herbs that are left under each of the sheets that give it that comfortable smell. It's lavender and chamomile.
Is this a protection or is this for?
No,
Aesthetics.
that's Carson.
Carson.
My sister. Yeah.
Carson.
Sorry, what was that stove again? Was it kind of like the living den area?
Yeah, it's toward the center of the house. So.
If you don't mind, I think I might stand by the stove for a little bit longer.
Sure. Fine by me.
Thank you.
I think Genji settles into his room. He undoes the top knot. Hair comes flowing all the way down. Ooh. It goes all the way past the hips. It's long hair. Does after letting it out and kind of tousling it a bit, he does just like a light tie just to keep it from everywhere. But he'll take in the smaller room. This is nice, and pull out his little sketchbook and turn on one of the lamps. I'm assuming that's by the table. Just
Probably. Yeah.
little tiny oil lamp, and paint for a bit as he relaxes, sitting at the edge of the bed, not fully like sinking into a comfortable, like I'm a draw. It's just like here, sitting at the edge, just making art.
You would notice on the bed frame, there's like a little painting of some lavender flowers, like in a little corner that'd be hidden away.
He observes that, sees it, takes out some of the more exotically colored paints that he has, and tries to replicate it in his little book. His own style with more thicker brush lines. Yeah.
All right. So as you all settle in for the evening, sleep finds you very quickly, lulled by the lavender and the chamomile smells and the sheets that surround you. It's possibly the most comfortable bed that you've slept in a while. And sleep finds you.
Quick question. What is the moon phase?
It is waxing gibbous.
Okay. Cool.
For our non-moon people, what is that?
That's a very good question.
Waxing gibbous is when it's at the 3/4 phase heading toward full.
Yeah.
I'll probably sit out on the steps for a little bit when everybody goes to bed. Sorry, I just want to say that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Sit there with some tea. And then I will go inside. And I'll look at that door that I told him not to go into. And I'll just stare at it for a moment. And then I'll go into my room. And I'll go to bed.
All right. And as you all fall asleep, we have $5 from Grand Animus.
Hi, babes!
Pocket pickle supplies.
Hey, pocket pickles.
Love it.
I figured you'd get the reference.
Yeah.
So the next morning dawns beautifully cold. It's a spring morning. And all of the dew is hanging, not quite frozen on the plants outside.
It is cold.
Beds are wonderfully warm as you just sort of tuck your nose back under the flannel sheets.
Me, Jonathan, just asleep in front of the stove.
Oh, were you keeping it going through the night?
Kind of. I got the blanket, but just kind of stayed by there until it burnt out.
Okay. But you do eventually.
I stumble over you and John. Oh God! Put some more wood in. Get it started. Close it.
Sorry, can I help you with that?
Did you sleep out here all night?
I guess I did.
That must not have been very comfortable. We had pillows. You could have.
It's like I said, it kind of reminded me of home. Not all of it, but a lot of it. Like I said, I kind of grew up in another cabin just out in the middle of the woods, just not by myself, but very kind of out of the way from everything. With a couple of people I held really dear.
So it feels good to be here, then.
Kind of does, yeah. Did it, hopefully for you as well.
I'll get there, I suppose.
I guess they weren't all great memories then.
No, you don't want to hear about that. It's crack of dawn, so.
Like I said, I'm a terrible talker, but I'm a good listener if you need anything. Only when you're ready, though. I don't want to pry.
There's a lot of good memories here, but there's a reason we all left. And,
I get that.
yeah. There's ghosts here, not real ones, but I mean, I don't know, maybe there are. I haven't been here in a long time, but there are ghosts.
Walking down the stairs, wrapped in a blanket. It's so cold.
Come here by the fire.
Oh, just like fully wrapped in the quilt.
It's a cup of green-ish looking tea in your hands.
Double hands in and then slowly unfurls like a flower in spring. Hair is long, untied, but just...
Whoa,
Morning.
that's a mane you got.
Yeah. It's, despite having slept, it does look pretty immaculate as it like flows down. It is black like ink. And just like, thank you.
I look up, I just look slightly around at mine at how I can just feel how it is the complete opposite of his. Just
On the spectrum of hair,
Carson's probably got a comb in her room. She might have left if you want to check it out. It's the one Genji was in.
I might come back to that. If anything, I'm gonna.
Sure.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna go out and see if I can find something for us. Like I said, just kind of.
Do you want a moment to yourself, or do you mind if I join you?
If you'd like to come, it'd be great.
Sure. I will join.
And with my ranger abilities,
Oh boy!
easily find any food that we need.
Hunters and hunters.
Hunters and hunters. Yeah, and I suspect that doesn't need a roll.
No,
Brilliant.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I haven't played a ranger in a while.
Well, I also wasn't sure if that was your
Your
that was
favorite terrain, right? So
Outlander ability. If you're, I don't know if you're an Outlander actually.
yes, I am.
Oh yeah, if you're an Outlander, I did this with Andraste. You can gather food and supplies for up to 5 people as long as the terrain allows for it.
Nice.
So yeah, between the two of you, I no conversation. I think just 2 people out in the woods.
Unless there's anything you wanted to discuss.
I don't push. I honestly just kind of appreciate the company.
Just being in this space.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're able to gather. You're able to shoot a couple rabbits. You find some of the berries in that patch that you remember from when you were a kid. It's grown further than you expected, but it's
There's the berry patch. Okay. Where'd my list go?
I absolutely love that they are actually taking notes on things to keep track of in Knox Holler.
I got a lot of work to do.
It makes me so happy. But yeah, you're able to find berries and other bounties of the forest at this time. And you come back and you're able to make delicious breakfast.
Yeah.
All right. What do I remember about Radoth? Like, what is she like? What is her vibe? How do we get on her good side?
So I don't remember if I said this wrong. Radoth is a human.
Oh, I thought that they were.
Because you said elf earlier.
I may have said that wrong and I apologize.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Okay.
So they're gonna be old and decrepit now.
When you knew her, she was, she's very taciturn. She's the sort of person who doesn't use 2 words when one will do. But she is a hospitable person. You remember going with your family now and again to go and chat with her and check in on Thundertree and the ruins of it and the area around it. Because, there's been some odd stuff going on in Thundertree. I mean, you're reasonably familiar with the undead, and that's part of why. But you remember her as darker skin, like olive-skinned woman. When you knew her, she had black hair. She probably doesn't anymore. And just generally gives the vibe of someone who is more comfortable in silence than in conversation, but never makes anyone feel unwelcome.
Okay. I'm going to grab a jar of Carson's berry jam and wrap that up in a cloth. Put it together. All right, so game plan. Radoth's probably old now. When I knew her, she preferred silence over speaking. So fewer words is better. And just be nice. I gotta live here.
Silence sounds wonderful.
How does Keaton look this morning?
Fresh locks, also very long hair, and just kind of nice. Had a very restful sleep.
Got the long hair brigade
Quiet,
going
just-
on
yeah.
here.
Knox's braids are just just there.
Yeah. Yeah, no. It was a very good sleep for Keaton.
Well, we gotta hit the road and get out of here so we can speak to Radoth. We're heading up near Thundertree. Keep to the path. Don't touch the things hanging from the tree.
Noted.
All right. Good.
One other question.
Yes.
From the rabbits that we got, how well did I skin them?
Give me a survival check. At advantage.
Yeah, I'll assist with that.
Ooh. Ooh! That is a 21.
Very well. You now have perfectly skinned hides.
Cool.
If you would like to
Red
use
Dead
those.
Redemption 2.
So how many? Like
Exactly.
1, 2?
Yeah.
Two.
Cool. And I give a little elvish prayer, like just a quick little, thanks of bounty.
No.
P.S. All this talk about the descriptors of sleeping during this thing today is heavenly. Mm-hmm. This is the new.
The descriptions of
Yes.
sleep.
What episode are we on?
7.
Yeah, you're gonna have to title it the
The sleep episode.
the Zen episode,
The vibes episode.
vibes episode.
I mean, I called it consequences, but
Oh wow, so many. We didn't deal with bandits. We got to sleep.
Yeah.
That's how you know
no.
we're old. when our high power fantasy is to be able to have a good night's sleep.
I'm still dreaming of the
Coming
day.
to, I literally created this.
Yeah.
Cabin in the woods, please,
Yeah.
dear God.
Yeah.
Mood, such a mood. But so you're able to get onto this path that Nox points out for you. It is not along the actual Tribor Trail, which is where you assumed it would necessarily be. You're following a backwoods trail, and it takes a few hours to make your way through. This is a little more overgrown than the path to your cabin.
To Thundertree.
I love you so much. But gradually, you find yourselves you're on the old winding forest trail, and then it turns into what looks like an old lane, an overgrown town street
Oh.
of sorts. In the middle of the settlement rises a steep hill upon which stands a stone tower with a partially collapsed roof and an adjoining cottage. A dirt road hugs the base of the hill and wends its way between old stone houses, many of which are roofless ruins. Other buildings appear intact. The whole place is eerily silent. A wooden sign is nailed to a post nearby. It reads, "Danger! Plant monsters and zombies. Turn back now."
Did we make that?
You helped Radoff make it.
So that's not a.
That's not a joke. No.
Oh.
Are my hunter senses tingling?
You can sense undead? How
Yes.
far?
Let me double check if
Can
I
we sense
may.
undead?
Can you sense undead?
Yeah.
It just says I have advantage on wisdom survival checks to track Fey Fiends or undead, and I have advantage on
No.
intelligence.
Oh yes, I can. Oh no, I can't.
Okay. So, there's kind of a feeling in the air. Like, you don't sense it necessarily because yours is advantage on checks. You don't necessarily sense anything, but the place feels...
Oh.
And as you are standing here right at the outskirts of the ruins of Thundertree, all of you give me a perception check.
Oh no.
Oh crap.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Oh yes. You know
Like a
what?
Call of Cthulhu spot hidden. Are you sure you wanted to know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes! Yeah, natural one.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, you can't roll below your pass.
Cool. I'm gonna just say that I've taken out the little white mouse that I found.
Riding around in your pocket.
Been riding around in my pocket. I've named it Shiro.
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 And Shiro is just like, I'm letting Shiro like ride along with me and hopefully it doesn't run away.
No, it's perfectly content to just like hang out with you, like scrambles up onto your shoulder.
Yep.
24.
All right.
18.
Dirty 20.
All right. So you feel as much as hear this eerie silence that hangs in this spring morning. It's mid-morning at this point. It's no longer the crack of dawn. And then Nox hears it first, out of the corner of their hearing. And then all of you except Genji hear as leathery wings beat the spring air. And all of you look up. And you see overhead a green dragon circling over toward the tower.
Is that
No.
Oh.
Lands up on top, crawls down through the fallen in roof, and the air is silent once more.
Shit.
And that's where we're going to call it for tonight. Oh, the look I got from that. Thank you all so much for joining us. It has been a lovely episode of roleplay and deep dives and getting some level ups going on, including some that y'all may not have recognized. So for the rest of this week, the Redacted Report is continuing its hiatus for the time being. Keep an eye out. Inspiration Point is dropping a new episode on Thursday. We're continuing our DMG deep dive. We're talking about NPCs and followers, or any member of the GM's creation that might join the player party. And then Horror on the Orient Express is returning this Saturday. So yeah, well, we found the train. We found a train.
Yay!
Wasn't great. Yikes. But help support us this week by leaving a comment on one of your favorite videos on our YouTube. Consider joining our Patreon. You saw some of the wonderful things that can happen with coins and stuff, and you can have your own version of ducal ducats if you see fit. But until next time, we are off with Phandelver and below through the end of the year. There's a lot of holiday travel going on and travel for work going on, so we are going to be off. Keep an eye on the YouTube, though. There might be some stuff dropping. Keep an eye out. Thank you all again so much, and we'll see you in the new year.